Hey guys, I'm Noclipped back here for another video, guys. Welcome back to an episode of my Madden retrospective series, where we take a look at Madden in look at stadiums in 4 different Maddens, Madden 22 to Madden 25. And to be honest, this is one of the coolest stadiums in Madden, which of course is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers stadium. Now, it gets the coolest possible in Madden 25. So this is like the truest, I guess, update from Madden 22 to Madden 25 when it comes to the cool factor of the stadium getting better and better, which is what it should do. Now, Madden 22, as you guys know, is not really that good inside the stadium. It's okay, but really the real factor for Madden 22 was outside the stadium. So obviously when we go to Madden 22 stadiums, we'll focus on the outside of the stadium, the maps. The 23 will focus more on kind of the same thing as 22, except it's usually 5% less size maps. Madden 24 is the true upgrade. That's where we see next gen, and we also see a lot of good things going on. And then Madden 25 is Madden 24S, but to their point, they do have some decent things going on in Madden 25, including they add exit signs, sometimes they add buses, sometimes they add little things on the outside. So there's some things that are pretty good, okay? It's not everything is great, but something with Madden 25 does get updated. Now, let's look at the outside of the stadium. Outside of this stadium is going to have pretty much nobody because we don't really start seeing people on the outside until Madden 24. That's when they become ants, and they really get placed everywhere. But in Madden 22 and Madden 23, it's very empty on the outside because everyone's kind of glued to their seats, so they can't actually move. Starting off right away, I guess I shouldn't say outside, quote unquote, here, because what we're going to be looking at first is the little amusement area, I guess you could say, for this stadium, which is, of course, you have a little area over here where you have the actual boat for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and stuff like that. The stadium is very open, as you guys can see. We do have bathrooms here, little areas for people to go bathroom. For some reason, the men's bathroom is huge and the women's bathroom is small. Not sure what's going on there. We do have custom vendors, but the vendors, again, are going to get better over the years of Madden. Again, just remember what this looks like here, because Madden 25 is so much better. It's like the first time I can sit here and say, yep, Madden actually got an upgrade throughout the years, and it's not just the same copy and paste over and over and over again. But still, it looks very nice. That Jumbotron is going crazy, bro. Like, again, this is why Madden 24 has people on the outside. I feel like because of stadiums like this. Because when you really look at it, it's like, dude, there's nobody there. And it makes no sense. Can you think people would be walking around here and enjoying this environment even while the game's going on? You know, this is still inside the stadium. When they have people on the outside everywhere, it's kind of weird. But at least when they're inside the stadium in this inside environment, this is where people will be walking around a lot and actually doing things and, you know, actually interacting with one another. But for some reason, Madden 22 and Madden 23 said, no people on the outside. So the cool thing about the stadium, as I said before, is it does have a boat. It has a boat on the outside of the stadium, or I say inside the stadium, but like up here. I think the Falcons have their statue on the outside of the stadium, but not many teams have a custom thing, you know, inside their stadium like this. This is a very, I wouldn't say rare thing, but this is definitely not something that you see in most stadiums. I can't think of any other stadium that has like a boat or something inside their stadium. I know the Vikings have a boat outside their stadium, but again, you can't see it as a fan of the actual team and playing Madden. This might be the only time we actually see an item inside the stadium that you can actually see, which is obviously, again, like I said before, the boat. So, kind of dope, kind of cool, kind of unique. I might actually start using that boat in other stadiums. Because I could kind of like finesse that around to make it, you know, work. The fact that am I just like brand new to Madden? I didn't realize that these Jumbotrons up here have like that fire thing for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't know if it's every single stadium that does that, or I mean every single Madden has that, or not, but I don't remember any other Madden having the fire logos behind the Tampa Bay Buccaneers stuff on the signs. I mean, it's dope. Don't get me wrong, it's really cool. I just don't remember that, but okay. Shout out to Madden 22. Shout out to the fact that they are rocking and rolling with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium. Bucs are actually doing pretty good this year, so I still can't believe the whole Baker Mayfield now, like he rejuvenated his career. I feel like we're gonna start seeing this more and more with different quarterbacks in the NFL. Because we saw this with Geno Smith, right? Geno Smith was awful. He sucked. He was a bust. And then now he's on the Seahawks and he's good. He's like considered a good quarterback. Got paid big money. Got he got another contract. And now we're seeing it with Baker Mayfield, who went from a bust in Cleveland, went to the Carolina Panthers, was trash, went to the Rams, looked a lot better, and now he's with the Bucs, and he is actually a really good quarterback. And even without Chris Godwin now and, Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, he's still a pretty good quarterback for that team. So, kind of shout out to that fact. And now Jameis Winston's good for the Browns. We have all these quarterbacks who, didn't work out early in their careers and now starting to work out. I wonder if that's going to be a common thing for the future for a lot of these teams. A lot of these quarterbacks that might just not work out. Now Sam Darnold, again, another one, Sam Darnold. He's kind of garbo and now he's pretty good. So, kind of crazy how everything is set up. But anyway, though, we do have our little buildings on the outside of this map right here. And you can see, map size-wise, it's not the biggest map possible. Kind of expect that, really, if you think about it with Madden 22. You expect, like, the biggest map possible. Like, all the maps are humongous. But this one isn't really that crazy big. Which, it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal, but it's still, like, I don't know. I expect greatness, and it's still good. It's still a good size. There's just not much going on, which this is Tampa Bay, which actually, no, that's not really that big of a deal. This is not Miami. Miami is where you're going to see a lot of crazy things going on. Tampa Bay, I feel like is, other than for hurricanes, is a very calm area. Sorry, Tampa Bay fans. Or Tampa Bay residents. But based on what I've seen from different YouTubers, what is the name? The Juke Squad. Yeah, Tampa Bay seems like they get absolutely demolished. So other than that, though, I mean, there isn't really much going on, I feel like, in Tampa Bay. But yeah, it's still a big map. Don't get me wrong. Still a big map. Still many things going on. It's just Madden 22 is like crazy when it comes to how big they make the maps. It kind of keeps the expectations, like when it's just a normal map, normal things going on, it seems so small because it's Madden 22. But yeah, Madden in general, I feel like just over the years, the maps have gotten smaller and smaller. So now that I'm going back to Madden 22 a lot, I'm like, holy crap, like this is such a big map. But reality-wise, just because I'm used to Madden 25. Which we will get to in a second later in this video. Let's say a second later in this video. Nonetheless, though, we do have, again, just open area. And some of these maps, I always say, it's kind of like you get lost in them. You kind of forget where you are, just how humongous they are. This has to have the biggest parking lot of any stadium in Madden history. That parking lot is humongously crazy. All right, so now into Madden 23. Madden 23 is just Madden 22S with a 5% smaller map. Madden 23 does have a tad bit. Usually it's lighter than Madden 22, which is funny because Madden 24 is absolutely insanely the opposite. Both of these sides are actually very reflective, which is kind of weird looking. I'm not going to lie to you. Very, very reflective. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I don't know how to feel about that. You know what it reminds me of? That logo and how reflective it is. It looks like a Gears of War logo. And if you guys have ever seen the Gears of War Xbox 360, the side of the Xbox 360 is so shiny and stuff and reflective, and it kind of reminds me of that right there. I don't know, maybe that's just a random comparison, but it reminds me of the side of the Xbox 360 when it comes to how shiny and glaring it is. And also, I'm pretty sure that's the same logo from the Gears logo from Xbox. Maybe I'm crazy, but it looks almost identical. So, shout out to that simple comparison and simple fact. And also, shout out to how creepy these locker rooms can be because they don't add light into them. Bro, why don't we have any light in these locker rooms? That's one thing I want to see in Madden 26 fixed. Actually add locker room light. I feel like these locker rooms could get really good. But also, here's another fact though. Maybe the light is so bad because the locker rooms aren't designed. And if you add light, then people can see in them and then they'll be like, ooh, this doesn't look that good. Maybe that's the fact. Maybe EA Sports just knows. So again, we're not going to get people in this area right here until Madden 24, which is the next Madden on the docket for this video. But we're not actually going to see people there until that. Something we did get changed, we see a TV in here. And also it's 3D now. So before it was just a 2D, vendor. Now it's actually a 3D vendor. And they added a TV in there. We spent $80 for a fake TV. It is what it is. Anyway, though, over here we do have some bathrooms, some more areas to walk around as well. We have our typical boat. We also have a first aid sign. So this is something they added in Madden 23 was different signs on the side of the building. Just to kind of make sure people understand what's going on. So before it was just a little sign, a little indication for men or women. Now it's actually like a full-on sign that says that. All these vendors are 3D now. We also have doors on all the vendors as well, so they can actually exit and enter. Something we're going to see on Madden 24 is with the fact that people are now going to be everywhere around these stadiums and around this area. What's going to end up happening is, and by the way, this is such a weird thing. So they added the floor of the bathroom is like just different texture files that they want to use for the rest of the stadium. Kind of a little sloppy here for doing this, but it is what it is. So what they're going to start doing in Madden 24 is they actually put people in the vendor booths as if they're employees, but it's weird because they aren't employees, they're actual just humans, or fans. So because of that, they're not actually like working. They're just standing there and looking around. Kind of like they got trapped in there. It looks like they got trapped inside the vendor booth, which I find absolutely humongously hilarious. But we do have ourselves a beautiful Tampa Bay Buccaneers little boat right here with the parrot on the outside. It looks very, very good. I guess the flames are in every Madden, because I'm realizing in this Madden 2, the flames are still there on the Jumbotron on the side. So I guess I just missed it every single time. I don't usually play with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so I think that might be my, issue. Actually, wait, no, they're not there. Yeah, no, they're not there. It just says Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I was right. Shout out to me for being right. It's almost like I look at these stadiums every single day and go crazy looking at these stadiums, but yeah. Anyway, though, we have ourselves to outside here, which again is still a humongous map. It's just a tad bit smaller than Madden 22. I would say by roughly 5%, which again sounds like a lot, but it's really not that much of a difference. Like, it sounds like it's a lot less, but it's not a lot less. It's still very, very big. A lot of things going on, a lot of buildings, a lot of homes, a lot of, just pretty much stuff everywhere. I was going to say crap everywhere, but it's not crap. It's just kind of just stuff everywhere, pretty much. Over here, we have some more buildings, and I love how with the 5% less, sometimes EA, what they do is they still have the buildings. They just take away the actual land. Like, they'll take away the grass and stuff underneath the buildings, but they'll still have the actual buildings. It would just be, underneath the grass, and the grass would be gone pretty much, so it's the weirdest thing going on, but yeah. Anyway, we have ourselves a little area here. Again, more buildings, some of them not really textured much. And we're about to get into Madden 24, which again, as I said many times, is the true upgrade. that's where we're actually going to start seeing some good things going on. There's not that Madden 23 is bad, it's just not Madden 24. And I feel like Madden 24 is when they started caring about the actual inside of the stadium, which is what we as fans really do care about, because that's what we get to see, right? We don't get to see this outside. And this outside is more just like a nice little treat for no clipping. And that's pretty much that. But other than that, this no outside is kind of just null and void. Which, Madden 26, please bring back the whole concept of, you know, presentation and stuff like that, so we can actually see the outside, enjoy the outside, get a little bit more immersed into the experience of everything, and it's not just, you know, going to deaf ears, as they say. Falling to deaf ears, that's what I meant to say. But some of these buildings are rendered, they're just like different angles are not good. So if you look at it from one angle, it's going to look like a building, one angle, it's just going to look like a pane of glass. So again, that's just kind of a factor of 3D graphic designs. It's not always perfect from every single angle. They kind of render it just so it looks good from one side, which is whatever side the stadium is actually on. So Madden 24. The flags now have custom text on them. The locker room are completely pitch black. Yeah, this is the problem with Madden 24. Is that locker rooms, it's not just locker rooms, it's everything in Madden 24 is dark. Madden 25 is going to be so much better because Madden 24 is just darkness. They forgot how to use lighting textures in Madden 24. So because of that, it's just complete utter darkness. And it just looks so weird whenever you go through the stadiums. Because it's like any area that could be dark, it's just 1,000 times darkness. Like, it's peak darkness in every stadium whenever you have darkness. This one's a little bit less dark, a little bit more sustainable, but still not really much upgrades in the locker room. That's kind of disappointing. Most stadiums, again, not most, but some stadiums do actually get an upgrade, huge upgrade in Madden 24 when it comes to the locker rooms, but that's not the case with this one. So I guess I gotta stop saying that Madden 24 is the locker room upgrade year, because some of the stadiums it is, but not all. And clearly this is one of those stadiums where it's actually not much of an upgrade at all, which is, again, kind of disappointing, but it is what it is, you know. It's kind of rock and roll at this point. All right, so let's see the areas over here. Now, these areas are actually very well developed. And again, there are going to be people everywhere because that's just Madden 24 for you. You have a sign right there that says about, you know, throwing away stuff and disposing of stuff. You have your typical medical first aid signs right there, bathroom signs. And this is one of the weirdest things. So they have fans that's standing there. Like, that guy's in the back corner, just staying in the back corner. Bro, what's the point of this? Have people stand in the back corner of the map, do absolutely nothing. But it's like, but they're working. They're working at staying in the back corner and doing absolutely nothing. That is awesome. Shout out to EA Sports for that. Anyway, we have our little boat right here. Is anyone on the boat? Yeah, they actually do have people in the boat. See, this is like, again, this is one thing I will give about Madden 24. And, you know, we love the fact that people are every 3 inches of the actual stadiums. But the one cool thing is they do have people everywhere, which in certain circumstances, like being on that boat, is a cool factor. But in other circumstances, make no absolute freaking sense. So it's like one of those things where sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't make sense. And this is a situation where it actually does make sense. With that being said, we got the palm trees all the way around here. Now, Madden 25 even enhances this even more, which Madden 25 is even better for that said reason. Do we have fans in here? We do not have fans in that little fan duel thing, whatever it's called. We do not have fans in there, thankfully. So it's not as freaking weird. Thankfully, that's all I'll say. We have our little gravestones here, which actually are just power boxes. I don't know why, though. It looks like actual gravestones. It's the weirdest looking thing ever. You got freaking gravestones, power boxes going on there. Over here, you have just a lot of people walking around, more gravestone power boxes. They're not gravestones, but they look like gravestones. It's actually kind of crazy. Why do you just have a sign that says tickets? Okay. Just a random sign that just says tickets. Like nothing else, just tickets. You have random pictures in there and random things on the TV. I'm not even sure what that picture was. It looked like two guys in jeans. So I gotta look back on that picture to see what that actually was, but that is a very interesting picture. We have the gigantic parking lot, and now we have a pink strip. I'm not sure why we have a pink strip, but we have a pink strip. I don't know why, but instantly I thought about like PCA, like breast care awareness, but that's no longer supported by the NFL. Like you actually can't even wear anything about that. So, yeah, it is what it is. Map size, a lot smaller. A lot smaller than Madden 23. That's not even a question. This is so much smaller than Madden 23. Holy crap. It's still as dense. It's still very dense, but it's just so much smaller. Nothing really going on in Madden 24, especially not compared to Madden 22. Madden 22 was a lot better than this, especially size-wise. Okay, it's a little bit more better on the other side of the map, it looks like. So one side is kind of like iffy. The other side is a lot better. So I will give props to that. It looks like one side's just a little bit more sustainable than the other side. But yeah. So shout out to Madden 24's version of this stadium. Still looks very, very good. We have a little area over here where we have a gigantic red chair. It does say Go Bucks. Little sign says Go Bucks right there. We have a gigantic lawn chair, a surfboard, a beach situation here. Go Bucks, yep. Bucks Beach. Little area for people to buy stuff. A little bit of foliage here. Actually, best looking foliage in all of them Maddens, I will say. Of all the stadiums in Madden. So, which makes sense. It's Florida, you know, Tampa Bay. This is usually this, what do you guys call it? The Orange State? Something like that. Just a lot of good things going on there. We do have ourselves a little area out here with all the people walking around, chilling, relaxing. Again, we're about to get to Madden 25, which is the good Madden, I guess. Now kicking into Madden NFL 25. The greatest, okay, not the greatest. A good Madden. A good Madden because it's the most recent Madden. Did the locker rooms get fixed or updated? Well, we just randomly zoomed into that guy's face for no reason, which was actually really weird. But no, they're a little bit lighter than last year's game, but it's not complete darkness. It's just very similar to last year's game as well. Dang it, man. I was kind of hoping they update something or fix something, but instead we kind of have the same exact copy and paste on that aspect. Only good thing, okay? Only good thing is, other than the locker rooms, other stuff is updated and actually does look good in this next year's game. Or this Madden 25 game. Lordy, can't speak. We also have an ice maker. This was not in other Maddens. For some reason, Madden 25 has an ice maker. Can't exactly explain why, but it is a thing. For whatever reason, we need an ice maker. We got the update, boys. We got the actual updates. I didn't think EA Sports were going to give us an actual update to this game, but they said, you guys want an ice maker? You guys get an ice maker. Something like that. This locker room here, a little bit lighter. You can see the bottom of the bleachers, which doesn't look really that good. And we have another ice maker. 2 ice makers. Holy crap. We got the real updates. Out of all these time, I thought EA Sports was not going to update Madden. And this whole time, we just waited for the ice makers to be updated. Lordy, locker rooms fixed, boys. Locker rooms fixed. So outside of the, again, glaring ice makers, the rest of the stadium actually does look really good in Madden 25. I know I'm starting this off with a very joking mentality, but it actually is a lot better in Madden 25 outside of, again, the locker rooms, which this locker room does not have an ice maker, so automatic L locker room, bro. Gotta have the ice maker. Gotta add that to your wardrobe in order to, get people to like it. But over here is actually a lot better. Just like Madden 24, we have stuff written on the actual flags out here, which looks a lot better than previous Maddens as well. You got the boat, which I know it's a little bit difficult to see, but it's a tad bit better graphic-wise, the boat is, than previous Maddens. Looks really dope. You got the wheel right there. Again, another thing that you don't really have to add into this, which, because you can't see it from the field, but nice to have the little extra touches of this. I do love how everyone on the boat is just standing there looking around. I swear, the AI awareness of the fans in like Madden 24 and 25 are so freaking bad. Like they don't understand the awareness. Like just looking around like they're lost puppies trying to figure out what's going on in life. Yeah. Not even looking at the field. It's like a couple things, right? One, maybe you're looking at the field to see what's going on in the game. Two, maybe just looking around, see Jumbotron. Number three, you have a purpose, like you're going somewhere. Or like something, right? And then this is another thing that's really weird with this year's game. So yes, there are fans in the vendor booths, but some of the vendors are closed. Which I thought was kind of weird. Like, why would they be closed during the game? That's the one time when you think it would be absolutely open and everyone could see everything. And we also have a vending machine in the back of this vendor booth, which another thing I find very weird. Why do you have a vending machine in a vendor booth? Like, that kind of sounds counterintuitive. You go there to get stuff instead of going to a vending machine, and you're going to buy stuff that's pretty much the same stuff you're going to buy at the vending machine in some circumstances. Not all. Sometimes you can get actual food, but for the most part, it's going to be, vending machine food. But there's vending machines in the vending machines. Anyway, we have stuff right here, a TV. Added in just for Madden 25, so they added an extra external TV right there. Which I wish the TVs in Madden were programmed, and yes, there also is this texture thing right here, which is just like the other Maddens. I wish the TVs in Madden was programmed to be like the actual game, like it actually showed the actual game. I know that seems like a big ask, but just if you're gonna do that, if you're not gonna worry about gameplay or fixed gameplay, then at least do this. Add this little extra nitty gritty thing to it to make it a little bit better. If you're not going to fix gameplay, you're going to use the resources for nothing, at least use your resource and your time to, add in a little extra touch to certain things. But it is what it is. Across the board, again, even in Madden 25, this is a very cool stadium. Raymond J Stadium is an absolute W stadium across the board. We have the gallery here, which, again, some of these vendors are just closed. I love how all three people are going to the bathroom at the same time. But look at this guy. Like, he walks in, right? Looks like he's going to go in the bathroom. This is actually, by the way, on this side, the bathrooms are actually developed. Like, you could actually walk in. It doesn't go all the way in, but it goes enough in that it actually looks good. And you can't see that from the actual field. So, that, for some reason, is just... They decided to make that actually a full-on bathroom. I don't know why. But I will say is that I love how the people walk into the bathroom like they're going to go in the bathroom. They stop, walk, look around, spin around, and then walk out. Fun. We also now have like an actual like medical thing. We also have a sensory room. I don't know why we have a sensory room for fans or a medical thing for fans. I guess before it just said first aid, and on the other side it just says first aid. This side says sensory room, and yeah. Fun times. Fun times. I don't know why I'm trying to make sense of EA Sports. We have the gallery. We have this. We have the gallery again. Captains. pizza, a Captain's Grill, excuse me. Custom vendors, W. People on the top of the stadium, usually we never have people up here. Usually we never do, because they never have guardrails on the sides. So in theory, someone could just fly right off the stadium and die. Ironically enough, that's not what's going to happen here, but kind of cool. Okay, so the other side, there's nobody. So one side has people on the top, and the other side, nobody's on the top. The consistency is absolutely out of this world. That's what I will say. And I also love how we have random ants just walking around. Actually, no, there isn't ants walking around. Wait, what? So one side of the stadium has nobody, and the other side has people. This consistency is absolutely phenomenal. And we have our graveyard of electric boxes. I guess it does make sense. I mean, it's just electric boxes, but usually you don't have electric boxes in grass like that. Usually they have like cement, like you just continue the, ground. I guess maybe it's for look wise. They think it looks good. It does look okay, but I feel like you could just continue to tile around the electric boxes. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason. I'm not a electric person, so, or what electric person? Actually, I don't even know like electric, like tech. It would be more like whatever like you have, like what gas and electric or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. It's 5 a.m. in the morning, guys. I have no idea. Anyway, we got ourselves the Go Bucks sign up there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it's Raymond James Stadium. I think I said it incorrect earlier. I probably butchered it earlier, whatever I said earlier. But it's Raymond James Stadium. I think I said something else that was incorrect. And we do have the boat over here with the little pirate, or a little parrot. Oh my lordy. Yeah, I'm just going through it right now, boys. It's 5 a.m. in the morning. Been recording videos all night, and I'm going through it with stuff I'm saying. Anyway, we have a little thing out here, which again, you can't see from the actual field, but it's nice to have that out there. Would love to see, cutaway things to it. I think that would be a really cool concept in Madden 30 at this point, because I don't think they're going to do it anytime soon. Map size-wise on the outside, it's pretty much the same as Madden 24. It's not really any crazy smaller size-wise, but again, it's pretty similar to Madden 24 across the board, which is what you can expect from, the next Madden 25, Madden 24 to Madden 25. As I say, Madden 25 is just Madden 24S. It really isn't much of an update. It's enough that you look at and you go, oh, okay, well, that's something, but it's not anything crazy intensive. So at least it's something going on. But we have the gigantic parking lots, as always. There's so many parking lots around this stadium. Bro! The parking lots are insane. I don't think we need as many parking lots, and then there's just more. Alright, so this stadium... Okay, no, this map is so much smaller. Yeah, this map feels so much smaller than Madden 24. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy, but it seems so much smaller than Madden 24. Holy crap, yeah. It's still... It doesn't feel as dense, one, and it feels just smaller in general. We saw the pink slip, though. That's, I guess, cool. Interestingly enough. We have a lot of foliage on the outside. We have some things going on here. And, yeah. So, make sure to like and subscribe button guys if you have not done so already. If you'd like to see a certain team, me do a certain team next, tell me down below what team that is. And keep in mind, I do have playlists on my channel of the retrospective series, Noclipped series, and custom stadium series. So if you're like, hey, I want to, see a certain team, did you cover it yet? You can check the playlist on the channel. You can check out all the ones you missed and all the kind of good content. Again, daily content on this channel. We go for 3 to 5 videos on this channel. I try to do 3 videos on my That Much Gamer 1 channel. as well. So plenty of content on both channels. I'd like check me out on other channels. I do have First Stop Bengals, which I make 3 Cincinnati Bengals videos a day, and Ryan Tim Tech, where we try to hit 3 videos a day on technology and technology stuff. See you guys next one. Peace.